Warren Buffett is that pinnacle on the hill for value investing, and not even just value investing, the entire investing world. Warren Buffett is very smart and who everybody quotes when times are bad and when you need to be patient. And when times are really good, he's the guy that doesn't know what he's talking about and everything is dead. Well, I'm doing something very interesting right now. I have gone back and I have began looking at all of his annual letters, and I'm reading through them dating back to 1957. Now you could see I have a life and I do a lot of things that are really fun. But the amazing thing about this is how consistent he was and how really the psychology of the market hasn't changed. This is the very first letter that he wrote. My view of the general market is that it is priced above intrinsic value. There's going to be there's a possible substantial decline in the market of undervalued, like we always say. For example, Intel right now. We look at Intel as being a company that is undervalued. It is not immune from a market pullback, and that's what we're seeing right now. So those types of stocks will fall, and otherwise. This past year has witnessed a moderate decline in stocks. I would stress the word moderate, since casual reading of the press, the media, or conversing with those who have only had recent experience in stocks, what we saw in 2020 and 2021, would tend to create an impression of a much greater decline. You saw when stocks started to pull back even just a little bit. When stocks pull back just 10%, everybody starts to panic. Nothing has changed from 1957 as far as the market psychology goes. He goes on to explain what he would do in the instance. He came through here. Now look at this. All three of our 1956 partnerships showed a gain during the year, amounting to a total of, he had three partnerships during the time, 6.2% gain, 7.8%, and 25% on year end of the 1956 net worth. This performance emphasizes the importance of luck in the short run, particularly in regard to when funds are received. So he would get this person over here, give them funds, deploy their money into the market, and it would go up. And that was the latter case of 25%. That's why there was such a big separation, because they started it later in the year. And that's what we saw in 2020. The stocks only go up. When you have that type of recency bias, it's great. It's good that you're making money, but you need to look back in history and say, yeah, I probably got lucky, because 25% in a year when my other two funds did, let's call it an average of 7%, 25 is abnormal. And that's what a lot of people were seeing in the market. And the reason that I really wanted to make this video was to just show, guys, nothing has changed. We'll go to 1958 next. 1958 here. I actually wrote here, similar, this is the first time I went through it, similar psychology to today's market. The mercurial temperament characteristic of the American people produced a transformation in 1958, and exuberant would be the proper word for the market, to say the least. Now, I make no attempt to forecast the general market. My efforts are devoted to understanding securities. However, I do believe widespread public belief in the inevitability of profits from the investment in stock will lead to eventual trouble. That's what we were seeing in the latter part of 2021. Those types of same euphoric highs. You don't need to have tech and you don't need to have electric cars and everything to have the same type of psychology where stocks go on crazy runs to have any type of fall. The Dow Jones that year did 38.5%. And actually their fund came in from their three funds between 36.7% and 46.2%. So they actually beat that 38.5%, which is absolutely unbelievable. So you guys can see that psychology of markets don't change. When we say it's not different this time, the game you're playing is the exact same, but the players are different. It's like if you're watching a Major League Baseball game from 1980 and 2022. Obviously the players are different, but the game and the fundamentals are exactly the same. Well, except for when Rob Manfred went in and changed everything. Now, what do you do when you go and look for a company like Apple, for example? To me, it's down 2% today. When I go and look at something, this is exuberance. And going up to when it was $183 a share, that is crazy exuberance. It's trading at these wild PEs. Well, not so wild anymore, but still a 5-year PE of 32. Yes, it's Apple. Yes, it is an incredible company. But when you get this type of exuberance of these stock prices, just understand that these things have happened in the past. These things have happened with really, really great companies in the past, and you're going to get a good opportunity to buy them at some point, because the psychology that you see in markets is always there, and it's always going to switch to the other side. So when I look at all of this, I think to myself, this is all about learning. And this channel is all about learning. And this channel is a lot about teaching new people and pushing you out of your comfort zone. If a lot of this is overwhelming. Even when I just look at PE ratios and talk about going back and reading from 1957 to present day, if that feels uncomfortable to you, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That is a great thing, and you guys are here learning. It's all about learning. There's a great Buffett quote that he said, investing in yourself is the best thing to do. If you've got talent, you can't take that away from them. So Warren Buffett himself reads, he said, about 500 pages per day. Now, I understand that is a lot. That is a lot for even me. But even just taking some time for yourself and just learning every single day. Charlie Munger, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Monish Pabrai, these people, they literally sit and study something. It doesn't matter what it is. And it doesn't matter the format. It can be YouTube. It can be reading a book. It can be whatever you want it to be learning, and never stop that push forward. That is a great thing. And that is the reason that I am going back and reading through these letters again. And I want to challenge you to use that 30 minutes per day. Go at it for 30 minutes a day. The fact that you're sitting here right now watching this video, that's part of your 30 minutes per day. The software that we have, this is software that Paul and I use ourselves. We literally built this software to use for ourselves, and it turned out that a lot of people wanted it, so we made it look really pretty. But we use the same thing. We come through here. We look at the 8 pillars and find out, hey, this company is overpriced, 5-year price to free cash flow and 5-year PE. It's probably overpriced. We go through here and we use the watch list feature. Here's a lot of stocks that are sitting on my watch list. We come through here and we use the 8-pillar portfolio search, 8-pillar search. Look at the analyst estimates, go through stock analyzer tool, retirement calculator, see where our friends and family need to be. This is a way that you guys can come in and chat with many, many thousands of members and talk with people that are in the same boat as you, same boat as me. Remember, investing comes across as a very, very intricate and confusing, and you have to be a genius to do it. No, it's very, very simple. It's very simple as long as you can just keep reading and breaking it down from people that have been doing this for a very, very long time and have been doing it very, very well for a very long time. So guys, go to everythingmoney.com, sign up, enjoy the software, talk with all the like-minded people, and when you do, go into the announcement section right in the chat. I put the link in there for all of these letters. Download them, highlight them, read them, tear them up, send me questions about it, send me discussions about it. I don't have all the right answers, but I'm sure together we can all get to a better place than we are right now. And while you're at it, while you're going through those letters, tag Paul and myself. We'd be more than happy to have a discussion with you. Have a great day.